sitting down to show you the plans that I have for the living room. This move has been a challenge because, as you know, or if you haven't seen my past videos, I've talked about how we moved to New York with no furniture, and that has given the opportunity and the challenge of starting over. So with that, I decided to really plan everything out from the beginning, and that way, as like time went on, we could just purchase with me already knowing what I want. I really want a couch, but our living room is very small. I'll pop in clips here so you can see sort of like the beginning and like the before of the space. It's very small, have these huge windows, which we love. We're planning to do a projector in here, not a TV. So we're gonna put one on the ceiling and then project to the wall on the left hand side. The best we could do is like a love seat. I found one that I really liked from West Elm, and I can put that here. Fell in love with it. I think it was perfect. The main criteria was that it would fit up the hallway and through like the stairwell, because we live in a walk up, and that's kind of the main concern with everything that we've purchased is like, will it fit not only in the apartment but just like through the fucking door. So I have decided not to go with the love seat option because it wasn't gonna arrive for like 22 weeks. Now I have looked for secondhand stuff, but again, just could not find anything, and I'm very picky with the type of couch that I want. Like there's plenty of couches that would work and that would fit that I could find. I'm just like being really particular and like trying not to compromise on what I want. So it was like, if I can't have what I want, then I'm just gonna completely go a different direction. So I am on my computer here, and I am gonna show you sort of all of the things that I found and sourced for the living room and sort of the overall vision. So I have kind of two different ideas in terms of like the end result, but the main furniture pieces I've decided on. So first up, oh, let me share my screen or whatever. Okay, so first thing I did was I made a Pinterest board for my entire apartment, and I organized everything by room. So right now we're doing the living room. Let me just sort of show you the overall vision. Okay, first image that I fell in love with was this one. I don't know, I saw this and I was like, I need this couch in my life. I couldn't find a couch, obviously, like I mentioned already, but the colors of this were really inspiring to me, like this sort of striped pattern. Here's another angle of it as well. Yeah, just really liked the couch. That was like kind of like my main draw to this image. I really liked this as well. There's these nice cozy chairs, pop of red. I also kind of liked this sort of look, like these colors, the blues and the oranges, like essentially the contrast of warm and cool tones. So that was kind of inspiring to me. I also really liked this chrome element. I do like this image as well. Again, like a lot of warm and cool tones here, but this is kind of like the look and feel that I initially started off with. I don't think what I planned really looks like this, but it was kind of like a jumping point. So keeping those like general things in mind, what I really wanted to add in this space was a rush rug. So I found this one online. Actually, essentially it's carpet squares. The cool thing I thought about this is that someday down the line, we can add on to this rug. So right now it's a 6x9, but say, you know, before in the future, it needs to be 8x10, whatever. We could just literally purchase more squares and then like stitch them in. So that's pretty cool. And I love the texture, the warmth that it's bringing. I think that kind of like gathers, like from the imagery that I was leaning towards, a lot of the wall texture was really warm and had this sort of linen like wallpaper or tapestries on it, but I'm not going to do that with my walls. I thought that this sort of captured that element of my inspiration images. So that's this part. So starting off with the base, the rugs or the flooring, and then so I kind of like work my way down from the base and then like fill in throughout. So obviously you need some chairs, and you guys, these chairs that I found, okay, here they are. I cannot believe how close these are to my inspiration image of the stripes. Not only are they like striped, but also just the color tone of it. I literally like freaked out when I saw these. So I was like, okay, I need these chairs in my life. These are from the brand Kayo, and I really like that brand. Essentially, it's like a Facebook marketplace, but like with white glove delivery. If you purchase it, they bring it to your house. You can like inspect it at your house, sit in it, look at all the stuff, they take good images as well. And like you can either accept or reject the delivery. If you reject it, you don't get your delivery fees back, but still you get a refund. So you're not like, you're only out the delivery fee. And they clean everything. Anyways, loved that website. I found these chairs on there, and then I found these other chairs. So I needed I wanted our living room to be like really conversational. So I'm planning to do 2 sets of chairs across from each other, and I found these as well, which I thought were really unique. Again, they sort of pulled in the warmth from the imagery that I was going for in the visions or the inspiration images. Okay, then I felt like these were both really heavy. They're kind of chunkier, like low to the ground, blocked if you see just the shapes. So then I wanted something a bit more lighter, leggier for the coffee table, just to sort of balance out the shapes and proportions. So I found this coffee table, and I like the shape of it. This is actually a dupe for one I found on Etsy or Cherish. It's like $800, the original one they found, which was like solid metal. And so this is a dupe. Of course, like purchasing everything all at once has been expensive. So we're kind of keeping it on a budget as much as we can. So I found this, really like the shape. I like that it's black. I think it's adding like more of a darker grounding element to the space. All the other tones are warm, but it does go with the feet of the striped chairs that are dark, and then also our windows are black. So I think that kind of ties that sort of elements into each other. Okay. Next is the window treatments. Now I was really set on doing curtains in here. After looking at the space, I'll show you some more images here. Like the window on the right hand side goes all the way up against to the corner of the wall, and there's also like that weird jet out, like it kind of angles over there. So I was really like, okay, I really want curtains or some sort of like texture in the windows. So I decided to go with Roman shades versus actual just traditional curtains, even though like it kind of like crushed me that I couldn't do that. But so I found these ones. These are from Amazon, really affordable, and I like the sort of classic element that it brings, like more of a traditional. This is kind of where I veer off from my inspiration images, but I wanted this apartment to feel like New York and feel traditional and feel classic. So I feel like these really add that element that I am going for in that mind of like the vision. So love these. Then next would be lighting. We have really great overhead lighting, recessed lighting, but it is so bright that it is like uncomfortable. Like it's fine during the daytime when it's sunny out and like even as it's getting darker, but when it's nighttime, it is literally blinding. Like it is so bright. I'm essentially trying to create this like cozy, warm atmosphere, and I think adding in other elements of lighting would be nice. So I found these floor lamps. I think they're from Wayfair. And they're really skinny, which is nice because there's not a lot of space around either side of where these chairs would be going. But the shade I think will give like more of a glow. So I thought these would be a nice accent. And then as far as in between the windows go, we have a sconce on the wall that is so annoying how they placed it. It's literally like you'll see, it's not centered, and I don't know why. I think my theory is that there must be a stud in the middle, like the very middle of that wall, and they couldn't put the light fixture centered for that reason. That's like the only reason I can think of why they would make it slightly off center. But anyways, it's super annoying. So my thought is maybe if I get a picture light, has like this sort of rectangular base, if I could like cheat it over somehow. And then with the accessories, this is kind of where I'm going, like maybe 2 different routes with, we'll see. So here's all the accessories. I fell in love with this piece of artwork, and I don't think it's gonna, I don't know, I hope it's still at the place that I went to. I've been dreaming about that since I saw that, and that was kind of like months ago now. So I'm hoping that that is still there. That would be the dream. Okay, then there is these hurricane candle holders. So like, again, I'm thinking about all of the accessories together. Like normally this would be kind of like the last stage of design is like the accessorizing, but like it's really nice to see everything together. So anyway, so the hurricane candle holders I thought would be really nice in the windows, and then I could add some candles in there at night and like it would just be really ambient. And then I found these cute little bird pillows, which I thought would be sort of a nice touch to sort of add like that, like everything, the base, the furniture is like more of a warm tone. So I thought maybe some cool tones like greens, blues could be nice as far as the accessories go. And then just more neutral pillows for the striped chairs, just because that's already like enough pattern. And then a little side table. I actually have a footstool that I brought with me from LA, little wooden one, which has been really nice to just prop our feet up on. And then, yeah, just side table as well. Okay, so this is kind of like, it can go this direction, or the other direction is this, which is similar, keeping the artwork, but the pillows, in my inspiration photos, I had a lot of red, and red like is my favorite color. I love red. So this sort of pattern could be really nice to add like a touch of red in there, just to sort of like, you know, just in line with more of the inspiration images I had with that pop of color. So I could do these pillows and then still do that same little side table, but potentially painting it a sort of burgundy red tone to like go with the pillows, just to balance out the tones on either side of the room. So anyways, that is sort of the plan for the room. Now it's time to sort of gather everything and essentially implement the design. Let me know your thoughts on which like color scheme you like, and yeah, it'll be helpful to have other people's opinions. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and next video will be part 2 of designing, or actually like putting everything together. So I'll see you in the next one.